Yo, and welcome to another MixWizard video. I'm here with my mate Andy Troy and the CTI 1500, and we're going to talk about mixing monitors on a CTI 1500. You're a game man. I struggle with one mix, but I don't even know how you do many mixes in such a compact surface. So, on this, you had this out on sticky fingers, if I'm correct?
Yeah, I do monitors for sticky fingers.
So how many inputs on sticky fingers?
We have hit 48, so we're in the vicinity of like 44 to 48, depending on the show, depending what mood everyone's in and what we need to add and what we don't need to keep for the particular show. But
how many euphoniums they want today?
It's something like that. Yeah, I've got some horn lines in there. So
sweet. How many mixes are you doing on a show like Sticky Fingers?
A lot. We've got probably 12 or so set up, ready to go. Again, depending on the show, depending on the mood, we will utilize what we need to. Yep,
awesome. Well, let's just jump straight into it. Give me a lowdown on how you're mixing monitors for a show like Sticky Fingers.
Sure. I have everything basically on one layer.
Yep.
Using DCAs. All the spills, like drums have their own DCA.
Yep.
All the bass mics and DIs, all those channels come through. Anything with multiple inputs basically has its own DCA. Single mics don't.
Yep.
I use soft keys a lot. I don't do any of the scene recalls as such, like some engineers do. They might need more information on the board at any one time.
Yep.
I still mix it very, I guess, analog in a way.
Yeah, cool.
Keep everything simple. So I've got all my soft keys are set up to go through my mixes, 1 through 12 or 1 through 10, depending.
So you're using the soft key, so one might be drums.
Yes, so one is actually my stage right pair of wedges, yes.
Awesome, cool, sweet.
Then we go to center wedges, stage left wedges, our horns, when we have horns, they're on wedges.
Yep, awesome.
We have some side fill on stage right. We also have side fill stage left. Now side fill stage right we don't always use, but it's there.
Yep.
We've got some IEMs, wireless IEMs.
Cool.
Another wireless IEMs. We have wired IEMs, and we've got IEMs for tech.
Okay, yes.
So they can channel through what they need to,
What's this trickery going on here? What's going on with the DCAs here?
Right, so
the NASA MCA.
It now says MCA.
What is this trickery you have going on?
So MCAs are kind of like as you know, it's like a DCA for a send.
Yeah.
So we can adjust a group within that send without it affecting, or the levels within that send without affecting everyone's.
Yes, that's awesome.
So if, for example, the guitarist says, I want more drums, all I have to do is go to his mix and go and push the MCA up. Now that goes, I can push that up to, let's say 4 dB.
Yep.
That pushes the DCA group up only in his mix.
Yeah, so all of the drum channels in his mix have now been turned up, which otherwise you'd have to grab all the faders and do that. So it's a very quick and elegant way of mixing.
Yeah, it works really good for singers.
Now I'm understanding how you can, utilize and maximize such a small surface wisely.
Yeah, it's good. It's very, very handy, that trick.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And it's relative. So like once you make the adjustment, so I've just gone up, I think 4 dB there.
Yeah, cool.
If I exit that mix and then he says, I want more drums, I can go back to that mix. That fader is now, technically I've pushed up 4 dB, but the fader still remains at that sort of midpoint on the channel strip. So another 4 dB, I've effectively gone 8 dB high with the drum channels.
Yep.
But it moves relatively to where you were.
And straight away, you always know the DCAs because when you toggle them, if you jump back to the top layer,
Yes.
They're DCAs, and when you jump into a mix, they go to the halfway mark. So instantly you know when you're in MCA mode and when you're in DCA mode. Thanks, Bangs. I'm pretty sure you had a good hand in this. Great feature, hey?
So good.
Yep.
I use it all the time.
So what else you got going on in here to help you mix monitors on a show like that? Obviously, I saw you got graphics on everything.
Graphs on everything. I make use of the multibands a lot.
The Dynates, yeah, awesome.
So it's a very loud stage.
Yeah.
So if anyone knows or has ever been to a show, it is chaos at the best of times.
Yes.
So having having all the trickery ready to go. So I've got multi-bands on. I think I've got them on the mainly the main vocals here. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. I can see that EQ there. That's a bit gnarly. Yeah. We never know what we're going to get.
Oh yeah.
You know. So multi-bands, especially taming out the drums.
Yep.
Let's see, what have we got here? Nothing on the inserts. I do compress a lot though. So I've used the 160 a lot.
Yep.
It's like the hardware.
Yeah.
You know, it's just we know it.
Yep.
One thing about this as well is like when you do run out of channels, it spills onto your next layer.
Onto the next layer. Yep.
Yeah. So that's why I can get away with only using
the 12 faders.
12 faders.
Yep.
I set up all my show files based on a 1500 Surface regardless.
Okay.
So if I'm traveling around the world and they say, oh, we don't have a 1500, we've got an S7000, will that work?
Yep.
It's fine because I only use 12 channels on a 7000.
Cool, awesome.
It's, so there's banks clear. And if
I
need to, I can spill things out across the board.
Yeah, totally.
And then they're all an arm's reach away.
Yep.
But effectively, I set up all my shows as 12 channels.
Awesome.
12 faders, I should say.
Well, no, awesome. I think that's a great insight. But yeah, if you didn't realize, all show files are compatible across the range with Allen Heath, dLive. So if you've got any dLive Surface, any dLive rack combination, you can just load your show file, drag and drop your channels where you want them, and you're up and running. So it's a very easy format system to tour with. Actually, I'm going to throw another one in.
Go on.
You've done tours, correct, where you've taken your CDM rack.
Yes.
Sometimes used your touchscreen Surface wings setup.
Yes.
And at certain shows, picked up a Surface locally and just plug it into your rack.
You bet.
So the form factor is very tourable. I know that you've toured the world, not currently, but yeah, you've toured the world on this platform. Yes, we hope we'll all be back out and about soon. But hey, thanks for the insights in mixing monitors.
Pleasure.
On the CTI 1500.